What a way to end the trading week. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. And yes, the news is true. Intel, ticker symbol INTC, after reporting earnings yesterday because of the significant downturn, although it did beat earnings expectation for both EPS and revenue, it still saw a significant drop due to lower guidance than expected. We've said this many times. Guidance, in my opinion, is often more important than the actual earning report itself. Because again, investors want to see that up and coming earnings and up and coming guidance is actually showing signs of growth. And if it's not, and it's showing signs of a potential slowdown, then this is a concern for current investors. And especially with the amazing performance that Intel has had in the past months, I don't blame people for taking profits. So you guys could see that I closed a little bit over $1,000 on the day. And this is while Intel sold off 17%. I mean, technically, it's actually down over 18%, including aftermarket hours, almost 19%. Think about that. Nearly 1/5 of the value wiped in just a matter of hours. This is to show how irrational and how overvalued a lot of these stocks are. And this is just Intel. But again, this is all short term. This could be an overreaction. And obviously during irrational markets, they support irrational valuations. We've said this in the past before, just because I have a preference of not investing into companies that trade at a 1300 PE ratio. That's my opinion and that's my preference. I respect your ability to invest in it if that's what you see to be fit. Because I do agree that during irrational markets, support irrational valuations. And once this thing does find a support, if Trump continues to pump the market, especially because the Trump administration supposedly now owns like a 10% stake in Intel, that's the only reason Intel began to skyrocket. So it wouldn't surprise me that it could cause another leg up. It really wouldn't surprise me. This thing went from lows of like $17 to $20 per share to highs of $54. So an incredibly impressive rally is what Intel has had, over 173%. But now it's had nearly a 20% downturn from the highs. So that is my question to you, is that now that Intel is down 17 to almost 20%, what do you think? Based off of what you can see technically and based off of what you understand fundamentally, right? It's a company that's currently valued at, it was yesterday, which it's lost the good part of it. Market cap is now $215 billion. Yesterday it was $250 billion, which $250 billion for the valuation, yet it's a company that makes less than $300 million in net income. Again, just my 2 cents, just my opinion. When you click on Pro Research on Investing Pro, you can see that this revenue is not increasing. This revenue is not growing. I called it a BS company because it's simply no longer a growing business. It's a failing business that has been well established. It's not like a new tech company that is, growing in an emerging market and just getting started and there's projected value. No. This is Intel. Intel has just been losing its market share. And there's hype because of the Trump administration and the equity that they now own of this company. But please don't get it twisted. I mean, through and through, even with this lower guidance, like everything, in my opinion, is showing the red flags, right? The valuation that it currently has does not actually match with fundamentally how the business is doing. And knowing that it's only expected to do worse in up and coming quarters, that should be a red flag within itself. So you let me know down in the comment section. Are you buying the dip and wanting to invest into Intel? Or, right, you don't have to short it just because you don't agree in its value, but maybe it's a stock worth trading, right? Maybe, right, on the shorter time frames, we can see signs of a potential support. And maybe if this thing begins to recover in the short term, we can intraday trade it, right? Being able to manage and mitigate risk all intraday. I can definitely see that. I did that all day today. As this thing was selling off, I definitely shorted it from time to time. But then as it began to bottom and then indicate signs of a reversal, I definitely was not afraid to go long. So that is the one thing that I'm excited about, is that although I do not agree with this company's valuation, it presents a lot of volatility, and that's a lot of opportunity for those that know how to take advantage of it. Obviously, it comes at a greater form of risk, but I think conversations like this are worth having because someone can just tell you, oh yeah, Intel, is the future, or yeah, Intel needs to do good because it's partnered with the Trump administration. Well, Trump has his DJT stock. It doesn't mean that the company is going to do good. If it's still a BS business, it's a BS business through and through, right? Nonetheless, we'll see how things progress. In my opinion, is this a good investment long term? No, I think it's incredibly overvalued. The PE ratio is screaming sell, but in the short term, I could see, while markets support irrational valuations, that it could sustain itself up here. I think that once markets begin to correct, and if markets do begin to crash, companies like this will crash the hardest. But again, that's just my 2 cents. That's just my opinion. I like sharing that, not because I think I'm right with everything it is that I share, but again, I like to back it up with the data. I think that's what's most important. On top of that, intraday, one thing that I found to be pretty interesting, I actually wanted to show it to you guys. I took a small loss on Coreweave. So Coreweave, I lost $520 on the day. So I made $7,000 on Intel, but I lost $500 on Coreweave. The thing that I really like about Coreweave is this overbought reversal. Coreweave has been trying to run up. It's testing previous highs. I see there to be some decent pullback potential. I only had 500 shares, so it's not a very large position. It's about $89,000. So I might carry the position over the weekend. I'm still uncertain. I have a limit order in case I do get filled. And if not, for right now, I'll close it out. But if not, we'll see where it progresses. If it continues to uptick, I might consider closing it, but I see there to be decent enough pullback potential that I might, entertain the idea of carrying it. And again, it's just a portion of the position. So with that being said, one thing I wanted to ask you guys is tomorrow I wanted to make a video in a specific sector that is showing signs of it being overbought. I haven't talked about this sector in a while. Almost every publicly traded company in this sector is beginning to curl on over. I think a lot of you guys, especially for those that like shorting, might enjoy this watch list. And I didn't just want to show you fundamentally or technically, but I also wanted to show you fundamentally why this is a sector I would entertain shorting as a swing trade. If you guys would like me to make that video, just let me know down in the comment sections and make sure you drop a thumbs up. Again, I hope to see you for our live trading session on Monday. And if you want to tune on in, it's the second link in the description down below to get one of our biggest discounts. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.